Nigeria is largely an agrarian economy, with agriculture contributing over 20% of the country's gross domestic product.
One of the challenges that we've had as a country, as an economy, is to migrate from a core commodity producing economy to one that actually adds value and processes. There is no central supply chain. And without a supply chain that is efficient and that works, there's no trust. And without trust, you wouldn't have financing.
The commodities world is made up of buyers and sellers, producers, consumers, and everything in between in the value chain. Afex Commodities Exchange Limited, a platform where all these groups meet and interact, is strategically positioned as central to bridge existing gaps. As a commodities exchange, Afex has diverse stakeholders. On the one hand, smallholder farmers who are responsible for producing the crops, and on the other hand, the capital market players who provide financing for all their activities across the value chain.
We have financing partners, we have input partners, and the input partners, it's a group of fertilizer, seeds, you have agrochemicals, you have mechanization. So basically all of these play a different role. We're working with the Dangote Rice Group, and this specifically is Dangote providing input loans, that is providing all of the inputs required for farmers to be able to provide their kind of variety of paddy which goes into their meal.
We've purchased 6 large mills with a capacity of 160 tons of paddy per hour, and we've placed them strategically in Nigeria. We're looking at, in the short term at least, to do 100% of our rice procurement from local growers. So our challenge today is to make sure that these farmers, which are small-scale subsistence farmers mainly, we can turn them into small-scale businesses, which are not just for self-sufficiency, but for profit.
We play 2 roles. One is we provide access to inputs for our farmers, and the other is we serve as an off-taker. Now, why are smallholder farmers important to us, and why do we think about them so much? What we found when we went into the market is that the average smallholder farmer is producing between 1.5 to 2 metric tons per hectare, whereas actually from our own checks, we were able to produce between 6 and 11 metric tons per hectare. So you can see that just by us playing an important role in producing inputs to the farmers, improved seeds, access to fertilizer, training and extension services on good agricultural practices, we can triple or quadruple easily a smallholder farmer's income on the same area of land.
The Dangote vision is to improve the livelihood of low-status farmers and to give it back to the society. In the past 2 seasons, we've done about 9,000 hectares with them, working with close to 10,000 farmers in Jigawa, Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Kano.
Dangote sun ba mu shinkafa, magana tun Allah mai kyau. Sun ba mu maganin feshi, akwai irin su Lara Pos, din su Rimi da Gold, su Aprosta, duk sun ba mu gaskiya masu kyau, sun ba mu kuma Natori, sun ba mu Magic. Kuma gaskiya muna godiya da kayan su din mai kyau ne.
A da kafin mu samu wannan irin da muke samu a yanzu, da za ka samu iri ne in ka shuka kaman kwano 5, wani lokacin ba zai wuce ka samu kwano 1 ba, an buhu 1 ba. Amma yanzu idan ka shuka irin da Apes take zuwa mana da shi, idan ka shuka kwano 10, za ka iya samun buhu 50.
We also have another partnership with the OCP Africa group. OCP Africa is a fertilizer giant in Africa, and they provide fertilizer for all of our programs.
Muna farin cikin da zuwa OCP APEC Agribuster. Saboda mun ga amfanin takin da suka bamu, mun yi aiki da shi mun gani, sannan noman da muka yi da takin su mun samu amfanin gona da yawa. Wajen saisuwa kuma sun sayi irin yadda muke son su sayi, don haka mun gode da abubuwan da suka yi mana na ci gaban jama'an.
For smallholder farmers, really core to our business and for agriculture in Nigeria as a whole. So we think, one, if we need to boost food production in Africa, Nigeria particularly, is through those smallholder farmers that are already in the farming endeavor, but they've not really seen how to take this to bigger scale business or to be more productive. So we are focused on developing the skill set and the productivity of the smallholder farmers. We're growing that with FX and many other partners.
Syngenta does not in any way work alone. In agribusiness, it will involve the players that will be providing access to mechanization, to extension support, to finance, and even to storage. Here in Nigeria, our activities is such that it is connected to all of these value chain players, and we bring intervention where necessary. But at the heart of it all remains the smallholder farmer, which remains a very daring part of our operations and what we do on a day-to-day basis.
The partnerships work, and everybody has proven to be an expert in his own space, making sure that it is not one person's burden, but everybody's burden to increase the productivity of the farmers generally.
Kafin su zo ba na noma buhu 30, amma yanzu da suka zo a Shabta ina noma buhu 50, ta kasa 45.
Yanzu muna godiya ga AFET yadda suka kawo mana tallafi na noma. Da muna fama da ɗawainiya da ƙarancin abun biyan bukata, amma yanzu muna samun ci gaba. Exactly wajen yaranmu ma suna ci gaba, abubuwa suna tafiya yadda ya kamata. Muna iya biya 'ya'yanmu makarantu da sauran bukatunsu da suke bukata. Duka mun gode. Allah ya saka musu da alheri.
Statistics show that women are actually extremely credit-worthy. Statistically, loans that are extended to women, whether in the form of inputs or otherwise, are repaid at 98, 99%. The other end, when women become wealthier, where do they invest their money? They tend to invest it back into their homes, back into the families, back into the communities. So as we evolve the agribusiness value chain, what is very important is to consider what are the culturally constraining elements that might stop women or impede women in getting as involved as they could.
A lot more has to be done, which basically depends on how well we can manage the small farmers, the small rice growers of this country to produce more. And of course, production of more is not just depending on the unit area of land and unit quantity of water that we use, but also the quantity of paddy that you can produce per hectare of land. Now, improvement in productivity per unit of land of any crop improves the food security of the whole nation. So that is where we should target.
Summary of it for me is that the horizon looks bright, the outlook looks very exciting. It will definitely come with challenge, but I see it as the way to go. And I tell you that Nigeria is set to be the next Brazil in the next 5 to 10 years if all the parties involved remain committed to what we are doing now. It will snowball into something quite significant that all of us will be happier. And when we look back in the next few years, that it makes every sense that we had to go through this route and begin this exercise in revolutionizing what is currently being seen as the agri-space in Nigeria.
Assets! Wow!